people, this Nadir.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. So we're back to review this Logic project, Supermarket soundtrack.
Yeah.
Supermarket. Yeah, all right, so this came out super low because you told me about it. I remember seeing, I think the picture, it came out on like a Monday.
I think it came out this past Tuesday.
Yeah, past Tuesday. Okay, so the Monday or Tuesday it came out. You were telling me something about a book. It came out as he released a novel. This says it's a soundtrack. Was it a soundtrack for the book?
Yeah, that's my understanding. It's a soundtrack for the novel. Yep.
Soundtrack for the novel. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna preface this by saying, he just went through a breakup. Him and his wife?
Yeah.
Okay, so him and his wife going through a divorce. Okay, so I take that back. Not a breakup, a divorce. This is very telling that he's going through a divorce because I don't know what in the world this is.
Yeah.
Kev, I don't even think I listened to the whole thing, but not in its totality because I literally couldn't make it through every song.
You didn't go through you didn't go through as a full body work.
No, Kev, I got through maybe half of most of the songs. I listened to a couple of them, and I literally was skipped. And when I got to the end, I could not be more happier. Wow. Who told Logic we wanted an R&B album? That's all I want to know. Like who? I blame, and I kind of start thinking about this too. Is when I look at the great catalogs of people. Like I look at Kanye's catalog, which is amazing. And I think it's amazing because of 808s and Heartbreak. I think it's because of the chances he took on that album, and like he was putting his feelings on it, and he was going through some things. You could tell. I mean, I don't know if 808s hit home for me because I went through a divorce at that time as well. But this album from Logic, I really don't understand what exactly. I understand what he was going for. I just don't know if he was the vessel to do it, and I don't want to hear Logic sing. I mean, he was literally at points in this album. I know he closed his eyes and was singing. I know it. I can picture him in the booth with his eyes closed, holding his heart, grabbing air, and singing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I know I do not want that from Logic, for one, because he's such an amazing rapper, and then for two, it's like to me it seems like he's only doing it because it's popular right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where Kanye did it, and then it sparked Drake, and then Andre 3000 actually started it, but it just seems like now he kind of just doing it because that's the wave right now, and everyone's getting into singing and trying to sing and rap and do that whole thing.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't here for this one on this one, man. So what'd you think, bro?
This album definitely came out of left field. From the way that it dropped, it was like, there was no announcement. I know Logic had done a couple of like singles that he had put out or whatever. I didn't actually listen to those.
I didn't know him.
But I did see that he had released a few singles or whatever, and then boom, we get Supermarket. And kudos to him for writing a book or writing a novel, or whatever.
Yeah, shout out for that.
I definitely think that's dope that he was able to express himself in under another artistic medium. And I do think that this album may make a little bit more sense in context to the novel. Yeah. So not that I don't know that I'll ever read it, but I will kind of reserve a little bit of judgment for that because the songs probably make a lot more sense in context to the novel. This album caught me off guard, man. I started off as not a huge Logic fan, and then recently, ever since. What was one of the first albums that we reviewed from Logic?
Bobby Tarantino?
Maybe.
Spaceship one? I forget what it was called, but...
Maybe, something like that. I just remember originally thinking he sounded like Lupe, but I'm like, the guy's got promise. And then I thought that was a really good... I thought that was a good album. And then I really liked the Bobby Tarantino series, the mixtapes or whatever. I thought he was in a good pocket there. And then with that, man, he drops this album, and it's like, it's not really a rap album. I would probably categorize this as alternative or alt rock. Yeah. And that really caught me off guard. But I will say, man, we try to stay away from other reviews and things like that. But the reason I heard about this album is because people were talking about how bad it was. And after listening to it, I honestly didn't think it was that bad, man. Not for the way people were trashing it. I didn't think it was that bad. I can definitely see where it would have caught his fans off guard, and that may not have been what people expected. But for what he performed, I thought that he did okay. I really like the tracks that he's got on here from Mac DeMarco. Sounds really dope. And at points you could tell where he's kind of wearing his influences. I mean, a lot of it sounds like Coldplay, and just kind of bands like that or whatever. But I have to tip my hat to him for at least trying. I mean, he jumped outside of his own genre, or the one that we most anticipate from him, and he just tried to do something different. So kudos for that. Will I listen to this album regularly? Probably not. I didn't find any songs that really just kind of like hit me in the heartstrings.
That's the thing about it. None of them hit home for me.
Yeah, and I mean, some of the lyrics are a little bit corny. Like there's one song in here that I was like, it's kind of unforgivable. The Lemon Drop. Lemon Drop
the one
is
where he went to the Bismarcky girl.
No, Best Friend is where he did the Bismarcky.
When he said that.
Yeah, and like he has his little corny moments on there, but I thought Vacation from Myself, I thought that was a pretty good song. I did like Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought that was a cool way to start it off. He gave us a little bit of rapping at least before he went just full out. I liked Can I Kick It? I like the is that Juto? I'm not sure. I liked what he contributed there as well. So I think that there are some things to kind of like. Overall, his best work, no. Yeah. Would I recommend it to anybody? No.
I recommend it to people that are super huge Logic fans, because I'm a Logic fan, but I don't think it's for me.
Well, my thing is,
like, you're going to read the book if you're a super fan.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm not going to read the book,
but I'm like, I guess I would have to ask, like, if you're a super fan of Logic, what exactly does that kind of equate to? Because it's like, I would have to imagine you were a fan of his rapping, and this ain't that at all. No. Like, this is a sharp turn.
Like, that's what you got to be a super fan. Like, you might have to have a Logic tattoo.
Yeah, just a complete stand.
Oh,
at that point.
A stand. Yeah, absolutely. The glasses and all. But it sounds like he's going through something, and I think, like you said, the book probably goes on with it. It probably make more sense if you read the book.
In the context of the book, I'm sure that this album makes a lot more sense, and it probably, it plays different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, in context with the book, because I'm sure that these songs are meant to go along with these stories. But it just as a body of work, it just. I don't know. Like I said, not the worst thing, but there are a lot of other artists that are doing what he's trying to do a lot better than what he was able to execute on here. But again, kudos for at least trying to step out the box and do something new, taking a risk. And hey man, I'm sure he'll get back to his rapping thing.
For sure. Now he owes us one, so I know he's gonna come back rapping hard. I expect some fire to come out the next time the album
I feel like he just needed to get that artistic expression out there. He did it. We can move on, man. It's all good.
All right, what you?
Man, I rated this album out of 69.
Okay.
Like I said, I didn't just completely hate it, but it's not something I'll ever revisit or
I'll never
it didn't have any
revisit
bangers.
Either. I gave it a 70 actually.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, I gave it a C.
I mean, we were right there.
Yeah, we were right in the same ballpark. Yeah, and I thought about that going in. I was like, what would I give it? But like I said, took a lot of chances. It just wasn't for me. I like boom bap, man. I ain't trying to hear all this. All this singing and whining, bro.
The thing is, I like alt rock.
I know you do. I know you do.
I like alt rock.
When I listened to it, I was like, man, Kev's might not trash this, which I figured it would, but I'm surprised I gave a higher score than you.
Yeah, but I mean, for the way people were kind of going in, maybe that's why it was better than I expected.
I didn't read anything.
Well, I didn't even know that the album dropped until I got on Twitter and I saw people like, man, what is this? What is going on here? This is terrible. I'm like, wow, really? Like, it's that bad, huh? And then I listened to it. I'm like, nah, man, this isn't so bad.
It just wasn't what people expected.
It wasn't what people expected, but it's not bad music. Yeah. And like I said, if nothing else, man, you got to applaud the attempt, man. Like that's hard to do, to kind of step outside of your comfort zone and take that kind of risk. So, man, kudos to Logic for that.
Yeah, this is Usually pain causes people to make classic albums, but maybe I don't want no more singing from him. You did it. Get back to spitting. Yeah. Trash your ex-wife in the next one. Unless y'all get back together, y'all can be back together. But Logic fans, get in here, give it 100. We absolutely right. Let us know, was I too high, too low? Was Kev too high, too low? Just leave it in the comments. We'll go from here.
Yeah.
But I'm Nadir.
This Kev.
And we are Games Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace.